Children, today I am going to take the chapter 10, direct and inverse variations. So first I am going to explain you direct variations. Two quantities are said to have direct variation if the increase in one quantity causes an increase in other quantity, or decrease in one quantity causes the decrease in other quantity. That is said to be direct variations. What is the inverse variation? Two quantities are said to vary inversely if any increase in one quantity, decrease in other quantity, or decrease in one quantity, increase in second quantity. So, with the help of this explanation, we will try to do the sum of this exercise, that is based on direct variations and inverse variations. Children, I am taking the question number 2 of the exercise 10a, in which given x and y vary directly and have to find the value of x, y and z. I have written the sums. X, y is given x 3, y 36, whenever x is x, y 60, whenever x, y 96, whenever x 10, y, z. So as given x and y are in direct variation, so we have implies that 3 upon 36 equal to x upon 60 equal to y upon 96 equal to 10 upon z. Or we can say 3 upon 36 equal to x upon 60, 3 upon 36 equal to y upon 96, 3 upon 36 equal to 10 upon z. Or we can say x equal to 3 into 60. 60 will multiply to 3 and divided by 36. Same is here, y equal to 3 into 96. 96 multiplied to 3, numerator of the left hand side, and divided by the denominator, that is 36. Same z, here the z will go in the numerator of the left hand side, and the numerator of the left hand side will come in the denominator of the right hand side, and 36, the denominator of the left hand side, will go and multiply to the numerator of the right hand side. So that will give z equal to 10 into 36 upon 3. So now solving this, 3 12 are 36 and 12 5 are 60. Same is here, 3 12 are 36 and 12 8 are 96. Same is here, 3 12 are 36 and 12 into 10, that will give you the 120. So here in that manner you will get the value of x equal to 5, y equal to 8 and z equal to 120. That is the answer of the question number 2. With the help of this question you can do the other questions of this exercise. Children, I am taking question number 4. Here is the given. Question is that for 100 km a taxi charges rupees 1800. How much will it charge for a journey of 120 km? So first write whatever given. Distance equal to 100 km. Charges is taken by rupees 1800. And again the distance is increasing. That is 120 km. Charges, let it be, we are taking x. So it is a case of direct variations. So one quantity is increasing and increasing the other quantity. So write in that manner x upon 1800, as we are going to x and 18 both are the charges, and x we are finding out for 120 kilometers. So we will 120 we will write in the numerator, and the 100 is the charges of 1800, so both we are writing in a denominator. So x upon 1800 equal to 120 upon 100, or we can say 1800 will multiply to the numerator of the right hand side. So that will give you x equal to 120 into 1800 upon 100. 20 is cancelled with the 20 of 1800, and 120 multiply 18, we will get the rupees 2160. So that is x equal to 2160. That is the charges taken by for covering for the distance 120 kilometers. So in that manner you will do the sums, and the other sums of the same you can do with the help of question number 4. Children, I am taking question number 7, that is 6 notebook costs rupees 156. Find the cost of 54 such notebooks. So first write down whatever is given. Given notebooks is 6 numbers and the cost of 6 notebooks is 156. Now we have to find that number of notebooks are now 54, and we have to find the cost of 54 numbers of notebook. Let it be x. So that is the case of direct variation. So write in that manner the number of the cost of x, that is x upon the 54. The cost x is the notebook of 54, and here the cost 156 is the cost of 6 notebook. So 54 will multiply to the numerator of the right hand side, and that will x equal to 156 into 54 upon 6. 6 nines are 54, and 9 into 156, that will give you the 1404. So cost of 54 notebook is 1404. So in that manner you will do the question number 7, and with the help of this you can try the other sum. Children, are taking question number 8, that is 22 men can dig a 27-meter long trench in one day. How many men should be employed for digging 135-meter long trench of the same type in one day? So here whatever given, just write down. The man is 22 numbers. Distance, that is digging, there are 27 meter, and the man, let it be x, and the distance is now increases, that is the 135 meter. The case is direct variation. So write down the man first upon the distance, and on the right hand side the man first, that is 22, and the distance 27. So now 135, the denominator of the left hand side will go and multiply to the numerator of the right hand side, that is 22. So 22 into 135 upon 27. 27 5s are 135, and 5 multiplied 22, that is the 110. So 110 men can dig 135 meter long trench in one day. So that is your answer of the question number 8. The other questions of the similar you can do with the help of this. Children, are taking question number 10 of the same exercise. The question is that our train is moving with a uniform speed of 120 km per hour. How far will it travel in 36 minutes? So I am taking the question number 10 first part. So first write down the distance is covered by the train is 120, and the time is 1 hour. I am changing the 1 hour into 60 minutes. 1 hour is what? 60 minutes. So, and the time is again given 36 minutes, and distance we have to find out. So let it be x. So case is direct variation. So write down the distance upon the time, that is 36. Again the distance is 120, and the time is taken by that 120 is 60 minutes. So the denominator of the left hand side will multiply to the numerator of the right hand side, that is 120. So 36 into 120 upon 60, 0 to 0 cancel, and the 6 into 6 to the 12, and 36 into 2, that will give the 72. So x equal to 72 kilometer. So with the help of this question number 10, you can try to do the other sums